time that the human being started being counted as a resource. Before that, it was the cattle and the cow, those were supposed to be resources. So the Industrial Revolution brought about the first major change in the terrain of what is this human resource and how do we really view it. We've come a long way since then, from being counted as only hands and legs to being counted as a resource which thinks, which emotes, which actually can empathize, which has compassion, which can reach out, which can represent, create a balance between what management wants in an organization to what really we need to deliver as HR professionals taking the stand of the employees. We've come a very long way. And for you especially, ladies and gentlemen, especially my young friends over here, these are extremely... Sorry.
Are you going to come to the diet?
Sir, I'm so tall, that mic really doesn't reach me at all. Thank you. So these are very, very exciting times for you because we are actually turning the pages of another era. This is going to be the first time that HR is actually facing challenges of a different kind. While we became a resource in the past areas, nowadays we are being told that we need to compete with a machine. Okay, so we need to program the machine, we need to make that machine work for us, and then again, face it. So how is it that this workplace is going to be defined for all of us? So as I said, I'm going to make it very crisp and to the point. Some of the trends which all of you are going to face actually at the workplace. One of the first things is competition from a machine. It's no longer going to be performance management, no longer going to be career progression, where a human being and a human being are the only ones who are competing. Of course, that will continue, but as the icing of the cake, you're not going to have to be told that you only have programmed. There are algorithms which are going to work for you, and you have to deliver something which is even better than that. So things like augmented reality, augmented artificial intelligence, virtual reality, Internet of Things, machine learning, order of the day. So I think what Rakesh had spoken so beautifully, when we hire people today, we no longer ask, so are you good with the Excel sheet? Can you be are you able to represent yourself virtually? Because that's no longer a question. Digital literacy is hygiene today. It's a must-have. If you're not on that platform, you're already missing the bus. So make sure that you equip yourself with all of those key things which makes you digitally literate. That's going to be one of the major things that's happening at the workplace today. The second very interesting trend, according to me, is blended workforce. Because we are living in an area where baby boomers to Gen Alpha, Gen Beta. We've moved into Gen Alpha and Beta, right? We are no longer Gen Z and Gen Y. Today we are facing this wonderful concoction of everybody represented in the workforce, and everybody wants to have their places under the sun. The experienced baby boomers are saying, hear me, I have earned my white hair, my silver cape because of the experience I have. The youngsters are saying, move out. I have an insight which I need to share with you, which is more powerful, more dynamic, more relevant, more contemporary. So you're going to have struggle to deal with. And how you actually create that balance is going to be the next generation HR leaders challenge. That's going to be one big question to address as we go forward. The third very interesting, another program or another challenge that I see for HR is suddenly this concept of wellness. It's no longer employee engagement. Today we talk about employee experience. And why do we talk about employee experience? Because it's physical, mental, emotional, all taken together. I come to work in the morning, all benefits are in place, the vending machine is working, the coffee is good, I'm walking down a nice ergonomically designed workplace, and yet I don't like it. I don't feel that vibe. That positivity is not around, and nobody can describe a positivity. You know, it's something which is very individual, which is something which is different from you and me. So how do you really cater to that kind of a workforce? Big challenge at the workplace. Last but not the least, I represent today, that's where the confusion was. We have very recently changed my organization. I work with the skill industry today, which works very closely with NSDC of the Government of India. And we are skilling people from different corners of the country. It's really payback time because we are taking kids from below poverty line. We are getting projects from the Government of India, which is completely sponsored by them. So the children don't pay a single penny. But it is wonderful to see when we set up the hostels, when we get the wardens, and we actually equip skills for these people, and they start learning how to really becoming productive. It's nation building at its best, and you need to understand that as the next generation HR leaders, because CSR is just a fancy term. It's not just about CSR, it's taking CSR to the next level when you move into actual nation building. Because remember, when you equip one child of a family below poverty line to start earning, he actually uplifts the entire family. He takes that entire family ahead. So that's a kind of human service which HR of the next generation will be actually expected to deliver. So when I go to teach in my B schools, I teach in 3 B schools, APJ School of Management and Modi University. And when I go and people say, you know, ma'am, people tell us that if you're not fit for any other function, come to HR. So my response to that is, you know, you have the choice to listen to that, or you can tell yourself that HR is not for everyone. The workforce today and tomorrow will require a gut so strong, a fire in the belly so powerful, an acumen to think through so very important. And as Rakesh again said, today is the world we are business partnering. We are no longer functional professionals. It doesn't matter whether you're only HR, you will be expected to lobby with the CEO, understand the movers and shakers of the business, and give your solutions from an HR perspective according to that industry. So that requires your understanding at a much more higher level. I think I've completed my 10 minutes. I wanted to make a few important points, and I think that's about it. I can go on and on and on. I have 35 years of experience in the industry behind me with corporates like Bharti and HCL Tech, Wipro and Fortis Hospitals and all of that. So I can go on, but today is not the day. I just wish you all luck. And if any of you have any questions or you want to get in touch with me, I'm available on LinkedIn. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for making